So let's talk about vices. Let's talk about some of the stuff that we don't like to talk about: drink and drugs, um, and things that we do to ourselves that give us the short-term relief, but generally they take you further than you wanted to go, keep you longer than you wanted to stay, and cost you more than you wanted to pay. And invariably, you're digging yourself out a hole the next day. Now, I'm by no means a saint, and there's things that I've done that I wish hadn't have done, and there's lots of things that I regret doing. But you got to live with that. You can't beat yourself up. But if you're continually doing that to yourself and you're creating that cycle and that pattern, then that's a clear indication that there's things in your life that you need to change. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. And one of the things that I found worked for me was physical exercise, looking after yourself physically and mentally as well. What I'm reading, who am I associating with? Do I want to continue associating with these people? Do I want to continue doing what I'm doing? Essentially, do you want to continue abusing your body? And again, I'm no saint. I'm not here to judge anyone. And more so, I've got more sympathy for someone that's maybe struggling a little bit, having seen it firsthand in my own life. So, what I can tell you is, if you stop doing what you're doing and you start to look for opportunities and ways and things that will take you away from those negative behaviours, because change won't happen in your life if you don't do something about it. Change isn't going to happen itself. So make a list of all the things that are, for want of a better word, negative in your life. Write them down and make a list of all the things that are good in your life and write them down. And then you can see, okay, that's not working, that's not working, that's not working, and start to cross off all that stuff that's not working. And as you start to gravitate more time and energy to the things that are working, then your greater results will start to move you in a different direction. And again, I'm not sitting here trying to be a saint, because I fucked up more than most, and I regret some of these things. But pain's a part of life, but suffering's a choice. So don't continue to suffer, and do the things that you're doing, and start today and say, okay, I'm going to cut away from those things. I'm going to look towards maybe get myself in good shape mentally and physically. I'm going to look towards getting myself a new home, maybe start taking driving lessons, maybe start looking towards a future. I'm going to save up for a new bicycle, and start to nurture the things that in your life that are going to be of benefit to you. Because your time and energy, once they're used up or gone, you don't get it back. Once this day's gone, it's gone. I'm not going to get to relive this day again. So I've had a productive day today, and I'd like to try and do that tomorrow. And then you just compound on those things and avoid the things that are harmful to you, and watch how in 3 and 6 in a year's time your life starts to move in a different direction, and you start to get different results. But it's got to start with you. It's no one else's responsibility. Respond with your ability. Look at that word. It's no one else's fault but yours. There's no point in blaming someone else, because if you blame the government, the world and the economy for your situation, then the government, the world and the economy all need to change for your life to change. But you're the best person for your life to change through your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own actions, which create your results. So again, when I worked in the Plaza chip shop and I peeled potatoes and I washed floors, and I left school doing that. I loved that job, it was fantastic, but that wasn't where I wanted to be 10, 20, 30 years down the line. So I started to do little things, and as my life started to change, it started to take me on a different tangent. Okay, so the pot of gold, the dream at the end of the rainbow, that can't happen. But it's going to take time to get there, and your path is going to go up and down, and it's going to zig up like a seesaw, like ocean waves. It's never going to go plain sailing. But you've got to ride those waves. You've got to ride those waves, and the more energy and vitality and strength you've got in your body, then the greater waves you can ride. And the greater waves you ride, the further you can travel on the ocean, and the greater your results, the greater your destinations, the greater you can travel. Right, it's all down to you and how you're utilising your time and energy. So the purpose of this video was utilise your time and energy in things that are going to serve you best, and avoid the things that aren't serving you that well. You know, two things we want to do in life: we want to avoid pain, and we want to pursue pleasure. So think about the long-term effects of drinking, drugs and stuff that's not good for you. What's going to happen at the end of the week when you owe money and you're hungover, you're depressed and so on and so forth? How's that going to pan out in 2, 3, 6 months time? Look at the bigger picture. Well, I want my new car, I want to live in a nice place, I want to be in physical condition, I want to be healthy, I want to wake up feeling good about myself, I want to feel vitality and strength, I want to feel energy in my life and my body, okay? It's down to you, make it happen, okay? And I look forward to hearing your results. Go for it.